I have the meeting notes open if you want to. Oh, look, I'm a
Okay,
co-host.
yeah, I made you the co-host. So.
I shall try to use my powers only for good.
Perfect.
So on that note, welcome to the July 11th instantiation of the Gamma meeting. This is an official CNCF thing, so please be nice to everybody, including yourself. It would be nice for people to add themselves as attendees, which I shall now do, so I'm not a massive hypocrite. And yeah, evidently the floor is yours, Rob, because you're the only one who has stuff to talk about.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, this will be a really short meeting then. Well,
Woohoo!
probably. I've said that before and been wrong. So first up, 080, we're trying to get everything in this week and then start API review next week. So if you have any tiny little fixes you want to include or big, whatever it is, try and make sure it's merged this week. If there's a PR or something that just isn't getting reviewed and you are trying to get it in, please ping any reviewers, ping me personally, whoever, just, not trying to ignore things, just at least my GitHub notification queue is insane. So I tend to lose track of things. But yeah, that's all on the release front. The other thing very related to release front is the timeout gap is, I think this is relevant to Mesh, so I'll just bring it up. It is on the verge of missing 080. Unfortunately, and the reason why is because we cannot seem to find, or we have some ideas about timeout formatting, but there's a lot of uncertainty about what the right way to do it is, and whatever we do will probably be repeated throughout Kubernetes, and so trying to not get it wrong. There's a proposal in that PR, but there are plenty of alternative options too. So if people have either opinions or want to support the existing proposal, very, very welcome. The more voices we have, probably the more likely we'll reach some kind of consensus, theoretically. So yeah, that's all I've got.
I will read that and comment. Yeah.
Cool.
Let
And
me also stick the no, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm also going to stick a link to the PR with the blog post in here so that people can take a look at that. That should be considered a draft that we should collaborate on and get to a point that we like. David, I think I saw David, you on here, right? Yeah, David, I know he was.
Yeah.
I know you were interested in collaborating on that, so I would definitely encourage you to take a look at that.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Let's see.
And just in case it's not clear to anyone, although it will be a blog post on Gateway API, we'll also, the goal is anything that we post there also goes to the Kubernetes blog, which should have a wider reach, but it's easier just to review internally first here.
And I apologize in advance for things that I got horribly wrong while drafting that blog post. I'm sure there's something. Let's see. Who added the sidecar containers cap item?
Oh, sorry, I forgot my name. Yeah, I just added that just because all the Mesh people are here and I was working on it, so I figured I'd mention it. I assume people have seen this, but if you haven't, Kubernetes just merged the sidecar support, which is amazing, and well, it's amazing. And it's great for us. So I don't know. I didn't really have that much. I don't think it's controversial, other than we probably all want to implement it. It doesn't seem that complicated to implement, or like there's many different ways to do it. But if anyone has questions or ideas or things that we should align on, so we're all similar,
you want to drop a link in the doc for that?
Yeah. And then the other thing was, oh yeah, if you have any tooling that's looking at sidecars and whatnot, looking for containers and start looking for containers and init containers. It's basically it. So that's all.
Cool. How long was that kept in flight?
I remember people blogging about it being shipped in 1.16, not that it was going to, but that it actually happened. So that was 12
Wow.
releases ago, probably 4 years ago. So
Let's not have any GEPs open that long. Well, congratulations. Anything else? Or are we actually going to get out of here in 12 minutes?
The latter sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Great to see you all.
Yeah,
But
likewise.
also just
Cool.
FYI, we're bi-weekly now, so it'll be 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, we need to figure that out because we can't. Yeah, maybe worth discussing here because we probably shouldn't just settle on like Pacific time only
Oh,
meeting. Well, like this later time. I mean, I don't know. I'm based there, so it works great for me, but I know it doesn't work great for everyone.
I really
Um,
like the alternate time
Yeah.
zone thing. This is
So
normally a pretty difficult time for me to make, as it happens.
Yeah, understood. I'm on the East Coast right now, so I am feeling the pain. But yeah, so maybe bi-weekly. I know we've already talked about that, so maybe bi-weekly and just also alternate time zones in the process.
I don't think I have a strong opinion about weekly versus bi-weekly. I mean, I think fewer meetings is always a fine
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah, and there's been enough, if something really comes up, we can talk about it on the main, gateway meeting on Mondays. But this is a useful forum to really get in depth on mesh things, but it seems like the agendas have been increasingly light, so moving to bi-weekly is probably okay.
Actually curious, the sidecar cap thing. This is from the HashiCorp perspective asking, do you all on the Istio side intend to drop use of sidecars entirely? Or is there like
see,
I saw
that's not a
Constant say
loaded
just in
question at
time for
all.
ambient dropping
Well,
sidecars?
in ambient mode, there's no sidecars used, but we'll
Okay.
still support the sidecar mode
I
at the
see.
very least for a very, very long transition period. So
Okay. Got it. Cool, thanks. Yeah, I think on the HashiCorp side we'll be probably staying on sidecars for a while as well.
I expect Linkerd will stick with sidecars as well, just in case anybody was curious or finds that surprising. All right. Rob, do you want to mess with the meetings on the calendar? Or
Yeah, I'll follow up on Slack. I think I've got that access. Yeah, I can do that. And yeah.
sounds good.
Cool.
Anything else? Going once, going twice. 15 minutes. I'll take that. That's cool.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate
See
it.
ya.